What is up, my fellow dads? Hey, I'm out here on a walk, wanting to get some thoughts down for y'all. And those thoughts are around your goals, your dreams, your intentional life. It is January 4th, 2026. Tomorrow is January 5th. It's the first Monday of the year. And so, it's always good to start on a Monday, no matter what your goals are. But it's also important just to have goals. Talk to a lot of people that don't know what they want. They want things, right, to keep up with the Joneses, but they don't have a plan of intentionality. A plan of intentionality. What does that mean? Well, you have to live life intentionally, because if you don't, someone else is going to take your intention and use it elsewhere. Okay, I started doing this like 2 years ago, and it's been life-changing. Okay, every year I sit down, I use Jesse Itzler's big ass calendar, and I plan out my year. I get intentional with the things that I want to do, and I organize it by my core four. I got this from a coach one time. I adapted it to me. So basically, I put all my year into 4 buckets, right? 5 technically. The family bucket, the finance bucket, the fitness bucket, and the faith bucket. If the things that I want to do don't fit into one of those bucket, it goes in the fuck it bucket, and I don't put it on my calendar. But what this allows you to do is really get intentional on how you plan out your year, right? And how you set it up to make sure the important things stay the important things. Because if you don't plan that summer vacation, if you don't plan date night with your wife, if you don't plan date days with your kids, they're going to be haphazard. They're going to be reactive. Okay, you're going to be like, damn it, I haven't done it in a while. I got to go take my wife out. That's reactive. We don't want to be reactive. We want to be proactive. Like, take date night with my wife, okay? I've set a goal a few years ago to have 1 date night a month with my wife. I know there's gurus out there that tell you should have a date night a week. We don't have time. We're at a ball field, a sports field, a sports practice, an after school activity, 100 days a week, it feels like, okay? But what we can do is be intentional. Once a month, I'm gonna find something for us to do. I'm gonna get a babysitter. I'm gonna take my wife out, okay? Let's break that down. That is 12 dates. Can you plan 12 dates right now? The answer is yes. Okay, so this is what I do. I have my calendar. I go to January. I look at all the things that I have on the calendar. There's an open Friday. There's an open Saturday. Text my mother-in-law. Text our babysitter. Text whoever I need. Can you babysit on this date? Yes, perfect. Pencil it in. Date night. Miguel's in movie. There's a movie out we want to see. There's a concert that month, right? Look at concerts. There's your February date night. You know what I mean? But it has to be on the calendar. You can adjust if things come up, but put it on the calendar. It is January 4th. I want your December date night on the calendar. Pick the date, right? Same thing with your play dates with your kids. Same thing with your vacations. I've got a rule with my wife. 1 date night a month, 1 overnight a quarter, and 1 long weekend a year. 1 vacation just for us two in the year, okay? I can plan that out. When's the overnight? January, February, March. I've got those 3 months. I need to plan an overnight. What does it look like? I know that sounds like a lot of work, but trust me, this has been game-changing in my life. It will be game-changing in your life. Be intentional and plan out your year, because time flies so fast. And if you're not intentional, it's going to go by. So go buy a calendar. Again, I use Jesse Itzler's big ass calendar. But I know I've printed them up in the past. I just started using his. The past couple years, I just find a year-to-date calendar and just print it out. Or go to your store and buy a full calendar. But I promise you, set the standards in your life. First off, what are those standards? How many date nights? How many dates with your kids? How many times do you work out? How many times do you go to church? How many times do you check your finances? Like, set those parameters and then plan it. And then here's the other thing, the last thing that you have to do in this process is do it. You have to do it. Okay, you work a long week, you travel for all week for work, you come home, it's Friday night, date night. Sure, it sounds a lot better to sit on the couch with a beer than go date your wife. But I promise you, your life will be more fulfilled if you skip that. So plan the year, set your goals, dream big, and cheers to make 2026 your best year yet, my friend.